Wet rooms are now the must-have for any new bathroom. Providing open-plan living and contemporary design, Wet Room Materials has produced a stunning range of UniSlope products created to suit every requirement. UniSlope has all the components you need to create your wet room: drain, radiant board and a flexible waterproof membrane. The 4K UniSlope positions the drain in the middle of the floor and is ideal for all wet rooms. Suitable for both wooden and concrete floors, UniSlope is available in a range of sizes and drain finishes. UniSlope can be trimmed to fit. Before you start your UniSlope installation, check that you have all the required elements of your UniSlope kit. Ensure that the tools you are using are fit for purpose and use them in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. We recommend the use of safety goggles and a dust mask during the installation. Step 1. Installation of linear drain. Take the outlet and remove the trap, put aside for safekeeping. Grease the rubber seal of the outlet and push fit onto the bottom of the drain. Connect the white adapter to the end of the outlet waste pipe. Cut 3 10mm thick battens to size. Using a strong adhesive, attach the battens to the underside of your drain and leave to dry. Step 2. Preparation of subbase. To create your shower area, check that the floor is level prior to installation by using a spirit level. Position the UniSlope board onto the floor in your desired location. Carefully mark around the outside of the UniSlope board. Adjust your circular saw to the depth of your current flooring to ensure that you do not damage the joists. Cut out the marked shower area and remove the existing floor, being careful not to cut or damage the existing pipework, cables or surfaces. All 4 sides of the UniSlope will require support. Place noggins between the joists around the perimeter of the shower area. By doing this, you will also provide additional support to the ends of the existing floor. Insert a noggin to support the outlet of the drain. Fix battens to the inside of each joist to support your 3/4 inch plywood base. As the drain has an integral drainage channel, at this stage you may need to notch out 7mm out of the 2 joists either side of the outlet. This will allow the drain to sit flush on top of the joists. Any alterations must not compromise the strength of the joists and must comply with building regulations. Place your drain into position. Using solvent glue, connect your pipework to your drain. Place your UniSlope back into position and ensure it fits and that the drain location is correct. Remove the UniSlope carefully without moving the drain. Mark the position of the drain onto each joist. If your drain does not rest on 2 joists, add additional support. Making sure the drain stays in place, insert your pre-cut 3/4 inch subbase and screw into position. Ensure that your new subbase is level. Using the 4 clips supplied, screw down the drain unit in each corner. Your subbase is now complete. Step 3. Installation of your UniSlope board. Place the UniSlope board into position. The board should be neatly against the drain unit and the surrounding floor. Secure the UniSlope board to the subfloor using drywall screws. We recommend 150mm between each screw head. Ensure that you secure the UniSlope board firmly around drain. If it is your intention to have underfloor heating, at this point you may wish to create a channel for the conduit and heating element at the most suitable position for your wall-mounted thermostat. Step 4. Waterproofing. Our flexible latex-based membrane can be applied to all construction boards, plasterboards, skimmed walls, metal and wood. Before you start, check that you have all the items required for waterproofing, membrane, primer and reinforcement material. Ensure that the walls and floors are clean, dust and solvent free. Remember, all first fix plumbing and electrics need to be in place prior to waterproofing. Paint the primer up the shower walls to approximately 2 meters high and 500 millimeters outside your designated shower area. Paint the primer onto the UniSlope board, overlapping the existing floor by 500 millimeters and drain flanges by 30 millimeters. Allow the primer to dry. All weak areas within your wet room will need to be reinforced. This will give additional strength to the membrane. Cut the material to size and paint on the membrane when required. Take particular care at the corners and around the flanges of the drain. To apply the reinforcement tape around the pipework, fold and cut as shown. This will give you a circular hole in the middle of the material. Place over the pipework and paint over. Continue up the walls. As the membrane is wet when you apply the reinforcement material, it will give you plenty of time to ensure it is flat, ready for tiling. Apply one coat of the liquid membrane to the primed area. This is best applied using a roller and a brush for the corners. Apply the membrane on the walls first and then onto the floor. Lap the membrane onto the drain by approximately 30 millimeters. Allow the first coat to completely dry and then apply your second coat. Once both coats are dry, the membrane will be approximately 1 millimeter thick. Once dry, it is advisable to cover the membrane with a dust sheet or blanket until the tiles have been applied. Step 5. Installation of the underfloor heating. If using underfloor heating, wet room materials recommend the use of a low-volt floor mat which is tried and tested with a waterproof membrane. The position and layout of your floor mat will differ depending on the layout of your room and the location of your thermostat. Care must be taken not to go too close to the outlet of the drain. By doing so, you may dry out the water trap. Roll out the heat mat a section at a time. To change direction of the mat, cut the mesh backing, taking care not to cut the cable. Turn the mat and continue with the installation once you have covered the required area. Feed the sensor through the conduit and place in the groove you made earlier. The room is now ready for tiling. Step 6. Tiling your wet area. The UniSlope is available with 3 drain finishes: square grate, highline panel and highline custom. For the purpose of this guide, we are installing the custom solution. If you are installing either the square grate or the highline panel, place the drain frame into position before you start tiling. Always use a non-solvent tile adhesive as this will protect the membrane. Wet room materials recommend the use of lip flexible non-solvent adhesive. Place the trap into the drain to help keep the drain clean. Apply your wall tiles first, sitting them down onto the drain. Template your floor tiles. It is advisable to lay out your tiles to ensure that you are happy with the position of the grout lines prior to fixing. Assemble the custom solution in accordance to the instructions provided. Around the custom solution there is a 6 mm drainage gap. This must not be covered by the floor or wall tiling. Cut and glue the tiles to the custom solution using a strong glue and not tile adhesive. Insert the custom panel with the tiles attached into the drain. Grout and seal all major joints with an anti-fungal silicone. Your wet room is now complete.